Um, I was sent from Daryl this morning something that looks exactly like the Archangel Raphael from Tiforith, the same setup design, and we're not going to get into that right now. And what I wanted to say is that another gentleman, I think it was Waterfront, sent me something yesterday all about the black chicken. And I was on one of Jen's pages, and I don't know if she'd like me to share this or not share this, but she has a lot of interesting things in a lot of interesting places. Besides that, she's a person, not a computer. But what she has put down is just like computerized. The word black, and this is the only thing I'm going to bring up, the word black, when you come into the PCGN, P is your one spirit of light. So how does that first one spirit of light transfer? Is it two kissing back-to-back pyramids? Or is it two pyramids like the Mug and David that go right over each other and they shoot out six corners with one light in the center and everything is with mirrors? Or it's an open bulb, but that's impossible. Then it has to be a laser beam. The only way in would be a laser beam. Look up in the sky. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's Superman. Every time you breathe in, it's Superman. Inside the Super Bowl. Witness to the Great Cup. Understanding the four corners of Mars, of the two planets, of which Venus has set up within. But not before Earth came to be to make the pie of who I am. Black, one spirit of six. The first one is P, 1 and 6. Then it is C, it's number 3. Then it is G, it's number 7. And then it's N, number 5. Welcome to the cage, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the cage of 65. C-A-G-E, cage. It's man 6 cage. He's got 3 lights and 3 lights. Then he's got the roadway over here straight ahead of him. Here he is, eye of one world and eye of the other world. And here is the hat. On the number 6 key is right over here, your delta. Mars sandbox, or is it more or less a triangular shape, because everything comes in triangles probably. And here's your shape that lights up the 2 eyes. 2 here and 2 here, 1 in the center. We're not going to confuse this right now. We want to go back to black, because inside of black, okay, the number is 2123, beta creation of the AC/DC. It's the CA, the creation of the angel, of the light, which this is a V. This is a 1 and a 2 here. This would be 1, 2, 2 B and L, because it's the wing. Beta's wing, it's one wing. It's one side. She splits. Beta gives a half a wing out at each time. 313 is your piano code. 1, 1 comes with K. 311 equals 33. 3 times 1 equals 3. 3 by 2 equals 6. 6, 6, 18. That's all we got is 18 in black. In order to get 18, we have to have 3 by 6 is 18. 3 plus 6 is 9 is 27. But how do we just get 18? The only way to get 18 is 9 by 2. Beta, Venus, and Pluto divided to make 2 worlds. So does that mean Pluto? Is this Pluto, the body, because it gets a number 9? It's a heart. How is the heart? Because a heart is 2 sticks this way. One part of Pluto. 2 sides of the dog. Black. 2 plus 3 is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You get 12 in a short count. And in a long count, you get 18. I mean, in the multiple count, you get 18. 12 and 18, okay, 12th letter and 18th letter. Left hemisphere and right hemisphere. Out of black. They showed me the black chicken. but now I'm understanding, because the black chicken, if you've ever looked, they all have that red peak up here, right? Because now they're pissing on his head. His own piss is on his head. It has to turn the rest of it yellow. That with man, or with the chicken normally, it should have had a red peak. So what did they do? They might have changed the salt network. The saltine, which now would, where the piss would be strong enough to go up to your head through the air we breathe. Changing the chicken, changing the hat on the pineal gland. Chemtrails, changing the hat on the pineal gland. Putting a condom over. Before there was one sort of condom, because the pineal gland, which is the little cat's penis, goes like a little noodle. That's why they say eat your chicken noodle soup, and it was always yellow. That's why they shove chicken noodle soup in everything. So we have this black over here. 18 is the right, 3, 6, and 9. Earth, Saturn, Pluto. Then we have the left, L. Mercury, Mars sandbox, and Uranus. Because everything's coming out your ass. L and R, left and right. 1 and 2 is 2, the 2 world. 8 and 2 is the 10 of the 2 world of 5 and 5. 2 times 8 is 16. The one spirit of the 6th light. One spirit of the 6th light creates the 6th light of man. The AC/DC of the energy, the delta energy, because inside of Mars there's an energy, there's a power coming out of it, or it's powered up. By eating and running our minds and mouths like horses, we eat the hay, which creates the K. That's the division. When you lighten up the K, the division of the light, it goes up 2 tunnels into the center tunnel where the wiring is, or your cortex, and into the 2 sides of the K. Once you've joined everything, that K will turn your K into an E, into a funny looking E. And at the same time, you'll see your J over here. You've connected the two wands. The 2 wrongs. You now collect 2 wrongs. 2 wrongs make a right. You know why 2 wrongs make a right? Because you had a left brain and a right brain, but now they all became the same brain. 2 wrongs make a right. The J and the K from the horse's mouth you speak. Okay, the hay and the J and the K connect because it pronounces, so you put a J over each and you reconnect this one to this one. Maybe that's why we don't understand, or maybe that's the way the light gets transferred. So the light goes up here, and it shoots down against the mirror over here, and lights up. You see this little butterfly over here? It lights up this area and this area. And as we breathe, it creates a light within our cells, our own, the power. We can see through our eyes. If we were blind and had no light and we had no heat, our heart works, we work, I talk, you hear me, I move. Something has to be able to recreate an energy to be able to do all that. It's just not just like that. So when you put up this eye here, it went here, this eye here, you're holding the cap of your brain. Now you got to fill it in. One hemisphere, the other hemisphere. See the way they're created as a D? This one over here is a V, because this becomes the jack. This is what reads. This leg and this leg, they stick in and they spin all around. I don't know how they work. But the hay and the huître, it becomes number 8. You see, because when you flip this upside down to this closes also. It becomes the B. The B back to back creates an 8. The 2 sides of your mind. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It shoots out this light. Might shoot out your ear, might shoot out your nose. I don't know where it goes. But it also says oyster. And oyster is something to do with your sex organs. So right away, we made the 8, which is all the worlds. And the 8 connects to your sex organs. The other thing I wanted to say about the N world is the N world is inside of here. It's the center that makes this turn. Okay? It's number 14. Number 14 counts, okay? We can say it many ways. That we can count it for the center of 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the one in the center. Number 1. 1 with 4, number 14, and the universal joint, which creates the neutral within. This is the neutral where both sides can go any way they want. Okay, that's number 14. And we get that with the G, P, C, and N, which I didn't mark. And what I want to say about this is that when you go back to black again, okay, black, birth of Jesus Christ, okay, because it shows up over here. 3 worlds of 666 show up over here as number 14. When you want to make one more go, now I showed you 4 sides, right? These are 4 sides. Now I need one head that goes up of the chicken. So that'll make a fifth side. The fifth is on the inside, and then my head has to go up. So that's 6. That's 4 of 1 and 1 is what they call it. 4 of 1 and 1 is N and K, which makes the nav. I don't know why, but I wish I can explain it. I can see it because the K is your neutral between the two sides. You're connecting the head up. At the same time, I want to show you that the N is the same letter as the Z. 26 and 14. So if I take this and go 26 and 14, I go into the next Rubik's Cube one position before I get on the cross. Meaning I show you one side of my brain, but I haven't jumped onto the other side of my brain. That's where the Z comes up. The Z says, I'm sitting over here. Do you want to see 26? 9. Okay, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. See the way you had 17 and 26 between two different lines? We start at number 5. We go to 14. We go to 23. We go to 32. If we started at number, whatever else, at 9, okay, we'd have to go to 18. We have to go to 27. We'd have to go to 36. If we started at, I'm trying to, anyways, what I'm trying to do is figure out which one was the 26 and which one was the 26 and which one was the 14. But do you notice 262? This is a Z. It's the 26th letter. It recreates the T. Every time I go 2 times 6, 2 plus 6 equals to 20. 20 plus 14 equals 34, says number 1. 34 with the 0 becomes the moon. Recreate your moon. Okay? And then with your moon, you get the 6 lights. You know why? Because when you created the T, you created the 20, created your 0, which created the whole, the passageway for your 6th light. You add on 6 at the end. But you have to do it one step at a time. If you come on to the next Rubik's Cube of this, you add one more. You end up like this. You end up like this. 27 and 14 is 41. 1, 4, 4, 1. We went from the center of one Rubik's Cube to the center of another Rubik's Cube. One side of your head here, or it's from here to here, here to here, or each one has their own, or this one's over here, and then there's another one down in my stomach somewhere, or in my throat here, and then there's another one a little bit lower. Doesn't matter what size they are, they all work the same function. I can even put it over here. 2 sides of my brain. My Adam's apple. So now you have the reason for your 14 and your 26, and with your 26, okay, which is the dog pound, which says you're God, which also comes to be 26 by the man on the moon, number 19 plus 9, the 9 birth, and the 19 man on the moon, which is 3 times 4, 3 plus 4, which is the sandbox of Mars, the prism of Earth, with the light that lights everything up. That 26 brings you just one before the cross, and then 27, 3 times 27, how do you get 27? 27 times 3, first of all, equals to Venus. 41 times 3 is 123, ABC and Michael Jackson, so we know we've completed the first level. When you've completed 1, 2, 3, and added it to 4, 5, 6, you get 7, 7, 7. When you take 4, 5, and 6 and take the maximum 6 and put it to the, you take the minimum 4 and add it to the 9, it's 13. The 5 to the 8 is 13, and the 6 to the 7 is 13. You have created your world of 7, 10, and 13 that is in between. The waste food management and how we store our hay from our oats. What's our oats and what's our hay? What does our brain do? The oats is inside our brain right now. I imagine we eat, we turn it to oats, and then our mind destroys it while we think and heat our body up. So we now have the word Y, N, and Z are the same shape. If you put a circle, because the O has to go at N, because from coming from this side of it to this side of it, you need to put a little circle, like it's a world. It's like between here and here is Mars. So what I do is 2 different worlds. I have to make a passage connecting one end to the other end. Black has 313. Piano, this would be A and C, which would be the energy. This would be the center of your piano. 23 is the B key. just before the C key in the center of the piano. Okay? 3 times 2 and 3 plus 3 equals to your 11. It means 1, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1. So this is your AC/DC connector right over here. It says egg. It says cage. 1 spirit of 6. But you know what really turned me into something? Besides saying left and right flashers, which is gauche and droite. Droite is 2 sides of the brain. C and A, because it creates a D. This is in French to English now. But what I want to show you is this. Jesus, his birth, is black. G7, P1 and 6, 7, C3, and 14. 3 for 3, for 7, for 7, for 5, for 5, for 7, for 7. 3, 7, 5, 7. 80 times 47 equals 3760. Minus 3, because Jesus is born in 3 BC, for the 3 sides of his head. 1 to the left, 1 to the right, and 1 year to come in. He was born only 3 months before the time of the switch of the calendar anyway. So these basically would all be mistakes in calendars or whatever else we can go and we can search out. But that's the whole thing. The KGB or whatever it is, it's now if we go and we add up these numbers in P, C, G, N, P16, C makes 19, P and C makes your connection with your moon, the 1 spirit of light, to the 3, to the cap, to the 3, to the 3. Bring it into light. That's why the Aleph letter, I'm assuming that the Aleph letter, whichever way it is, because the Aleph letter looks a little bit like this if I can reconnect it, because it shows 1 light, the Aleph is shooting out 1 light this way, 1 light this way, and 1 light up the foot. 3 out of Aleph. And then once you get into Aleph, it shoots 1 light this way, and then 1 light this way on the Aleph letter. So this is the year Jesus was born, 3757, and this is what it is right now, 5775. 2013 is right here in this number. Right now it's 5773 was last year. 5774 is this year. 5775 is the year we're in right now. Creation of the kings, creation of the energy, creation of the 7th gate. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Oh yeah, oh yeah.